What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and in this video I want to talk about a fantastic opportunity that's coming up in the crypto space here. One coin that's going to be affected dramatically by some fundamental things that are going to be happening in the United States within the next month and a half. We're not talking about the bedhead. We're talking about investing here. We're talking about trading, really. This one's going to be a quick trade. That's the goal, at least. It's not meant to be an investment. It's not a trade in the sense of leverage trading. The point of this video is to address an opportunity based on fundamentals that are happening that will likely heavily impact one specific coin. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe, and be open-minded. Okay, this might sound silly at first, but just hear me out. Give me the chance to explain where this is coming from. And if you agree with it, cool. If you don't agree with it, whatever. But just at least hear me out. All right, let's get into it. It's gonna sound silly. Are you ready? Here we go. Dum da da da. Trump coin. Yes, Trump coin. Hear me out. Here, don't leave. All right, hear me out. Okay. If you're following me on X, you already probably know a good bit of what I'm about to say. I've shared my theories there. I want to click on this. Introducing the Trump Coin Club. Invitation only. This is new. To my knowledge, this is 100% new. We click here. Okay. We load it up. Trump coin, by the way, if we're looking at Trump coin, it's at all-time lows. Okay, we're going to go over the technicals in a second. There's reasons in the technicals to be bullish here as well. But here you can see it says Trump coin. Now I want you to understand the specifics here. A lot of us have opinions on Trump. And regardless of what your opinions are, before Trump went to war with Iran, what did he do? He changed the name of the Department of Defense to the Department of War, right? He gives little Easter eggs, little signals. He does. If you're paying attention, he really does give little signals. And there was actually one thing that he said on Truth Social. I saw it on X.com, but he literally said Trump the same way that this is. He spelled Trump. He said something positive about Trump, but in all capitals. And it seemed as if he was hinting at this coin. I wish I had the post pulled up right now. It was like a week or two ago. I don't want to sift through all the dirt to find it, but I want to get back on this. Okay, I want to try to stay grounded here. Trump coin, invitation only, luxury suites at the biggest sporting events in the world, private dinners, and the most elite extraordinary experiences. Biggest sporting events in the world. You guys, I've said this before. I want to say it again here. I want to make a dedicated video to this. What, in your opinion, is the largest sporting event in the world? There's two that I can think of. The Olympics and the World Cup. Those are the two largest sporting events in the world, bar none. It's not even close, right? It's insane how big these sporting events are. What is America hosting in a month and a half on June 11th? It's April 29th now, less than a month and a half away. There's a big deal with this time frame. I want you to pay attention to the charts. We're going to look at the charts here in a second, okay? But a month and a half, okay? Whenever we look at this coin here, whenever we had this pump, this pump was in relation to, on March 12th here and going up, this was directly in relation to, I clicked vertical line, I swear. This from, yeah, why is it doing, it's doing another horizontal line. That's odd. It's okay, it's weird. Trading View, quit glitching out on me. Come on, bud. Look, yeah, it's still doing a horizontal line. That's weird. Whatever, I can just do the drawing here. The pump here, now it wants to do a vertical. Okay, whatever. The pump here was in relation to, direct correlation to, the announcement of this date here, the 25th, which was the Mar-a-Lago Crypto Luncheon Gala event. Okay, this was effectively a month and 2 weeks. It's like a month and 2 weeks, a little bit less than a month and 2 weeks before the event happened. This here was a month and 2 weeks before the event happened that he made that announcement, and the price surged, you guys. It surged from a low to a high, 66%. Okay. Trump is at all-time lows. It's seen a dump off, and this dump off, you guys, was caused by Justin Sun. He sold all of his coins basically in one clip is how the story goes. I think he's got a little BF going on with Trump, and when one of the top wallet holders sells in a fury, it creates a liquidity grab moment, and for one of the top wallets, one of the top whales in the space, dumping all his coins, this was really not that significant of a move. It really wasn't that significant. Tau saw a more significant move than this. and percentage wise, that person didn't own nearly as much as Justin Sun did in Trump. But just hear me out. Biggest sporting event in the world, FIFA World Cup, basically 1 month and 2 weeks away from today. The last time we saw an event that was generated 1 month and 2 weeks away, we saw a 66% pump, and I would bet that this will be a larger pump. This is not just some lunch date with Trump. This is not just a meet and greet with Tony Robbins and Mike Tyson and some of the top crypto people in the space. No, this is a more broad audience, sporting events. This is a more broad audience, and the FIFA World Cup is not one day. This is a long-lasting event, you guys. And I'm assuming here that when he's saying the biggest sporting events in the world, he's not referring to baseball. There could be baseball. Baseball's pretty big too. He's not referring to basketball. That's pretty big too. Maybe the NBA championship. What if this was not just referring to FIFA, to the World Cup? What if it was not just referring to the World Cup? I keep saying FIFA. I just want to say World Cup. But what if it was also in reference to the NBA championships? What if it was in reference to Major League Baseball championships? What if it was in reference to Super Bowl? What if it was a reference to a lot of sporting events that are huge in the United States, but also in the world as well? What if it is in reference to the next Olympics? And this all drops here. You see, if you click on apply, I'm assuming what's going to happen too with this is that they're going to have box office, like presidential suite kind of shit. And every average, well, maybe not everyday people could get it, but people who hold an exceptional amount of this coin will gain access to this. Will have an opportunity to gain access to this kind of gaming. Imagine, as cool as it is to have a crypto luncheon gala event with Trump and hear a bunch of keynote speakers who are famous talk, imagine how much cooler it would be to be at a sporting event with the guy. And not just once, but continuous days, multiple instances where you are meeting with him and other people that are with him in that. Like, it just, some people, whether you like Trump or not, some people might find that valuable. Leaderboard starting soon. This is new, guys. It's new. Members only access, whatever the hell that means. And you have to own Trump coin. You have to be a significant holder of Trump coin to get members only access, I'm assuming. Well, I want to get into the TA, but again, the World Cup is 1.5 months away, less than 1.5 months away. This happened less than 1.5 months from the gala event. We saw a 66% pump, and that was just for a launch date. What happens if this is the World Cup? What happens if it's not just the World Cup, but other things? It says largest sporting events, not just event. It's not just the Cup. This is something that's being planned for future things as well. They did the gala twice. And that's cute, that's cool. This is different. I think this is tremendously different. And you're at all-time lows. You couldn't be at a better place. In fact, we look at this on a daily basis. There's not really much significance in the way. Now we're going to get into the TA. I've given you the theory. I don't know what else to say, okay? There's not much in the way here of pivots. You've got this downward sloping move, this downward sloping move, but this here, that is your most significant pivot. You got a little pivot here, you got a little pivot here, a little pivot here, but this is your most significant pivot. Because of that, I would like to measure from a low point here to a high point here, your fibs. And you can see that you have directly gone to your 2272. Now, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but you did find support here at your 2272 before. You found tremendous support and then resistance. And now you're all the way down at your 2272. What did you do when you found support at your 1272? You went from a low. I'm not going to take the October 10th crash. I'm going to take the next low because I think that's inappropriate. I don't think that that's real price action. The exchanges were closed, and as soon as they opened, the price came back up here. This happened whenever nobody was able to trade. So it was just crazy, unfortunate circumstances. It's like a scam wick is what they call it. You saw an 85% pump. You saw an 85% pump here. This was not based on the gala. This was just based on volatility. 85% pump. And you went up to your golden ratio to find resistance. That's directly where you went to. Imagine from the 2272, we go to this golden ratio. Or, and it's very common to go to the 1272. We'll get into that. But that's a 77% pump. Again, we're not in this for a long run. I wouldn't say that I'm in this or interested in Trump coin for new all-time highs, the long swing. We're going to make a 100x on this thing. Maybe that happens. I'm not, but that's not what I'm betting on. I'm betting on a short-term pump just like this for the first gala event, just like this for the second gala event. But now that this is not a gala event, that I am presuming we're talking about the World Cup here, I'm assuming that Trump coin could see a more dramatic move. And maybe we go from the 2272 to the 1272. That's actually fairly common. That does happen. $5.70. That does happen. 2272 to 1272. You go from the golden ratio to the golden ratio. Here we did go to the golden ratio, but we went a little bit lower. And what if you go higher? What if we see something that's even more dramatic than that, more exceptional than that? What if perhaps this move broke the chain, this downtrend that you have, this lower high trend that you have, and you saw something truly exceptional, where you went all the way up to these prior areas of support here, right at this line, like right here at this area, where you found support, a little bit of turbulence there. We take the all-time highs here. We go from your all-time highs to the all-time lows, which are basically being achieved today. And we assume that you would hit your 382, which is all the way up at $9. It's very common to hit the 382 in a retracement, but not just hit the 382, but to go above it. $10 psychological resistance. I could see Trump coin. It's worth about, I want to say $600 million, maybe $500 million right now in market cap value. I could see this thing being worth multiple billions of dollars in one swift move, a nice little 3x move, a nice little 2x move, whatever. And the 236 here at $5.40, that is also an area of significance, prior support, prior resistance here, and it's the 236, the Fibonacci retracement. Just thoughts, guys, just thoughts here. And the foresight that I'm promoting is that this is not, that this is a hint. This is not something small. It's the biggest sporting events in the world. Automatically, I think World Cup. Automatically, I think Olympics. That doesn't mean, the Olympics are a little bit of a ways away, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to be for the Olympics. That doesn't mean it can't be for smaller events too, which are still very large. The Super Bowl is a very large thing, but that just happened. We just had that, right? NBA championships are coming up. Maybe that hockey, NHL championships are coming up as well. Maybe there's some other sporting events that are big that I'm just not thinking of that are also coming up. I'm not too big of a baseball guy, but I do like some teams. I do like to pay attention to some teams, but I'm more of a hockey, basketball, football guy myself. But I don't even watch soccer, but I watch the World Cup. I don't watch football, but I do watch the World Cup. Everybody watches the World Cup, man. People don't watch American football, but they still watch the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who don't pay attention to the NBA or the NHL, but whenever it's championship time, they pay attention. I don't pay attention to baseball, but whenever we're in the championship era, whenever it's the MLB championship, whenever we're in the playoff series, that's whenever I pay attention. Anyways, invitation only, luxury suites at the biggest sporting events in the world. Private dinners and most elite. So you're getting the gala event, which was just the luncheon and dinner, but now you're getting that. Now you're getting that plus sporting events and the most elite and extraordinary experiences in the world. I don't know. People might pay top dollar to be in a special club with the sitting president of the United States. And I'm trying to think, when is the next Olympic Games? Wasn't it last year? Would have been 2025. Was it 2024? Has it already been 2 years? Oh my God, I think it was 2024. So in 2 years from now, Trump will still be president. It's completely possible that this will impact the Olympics. And that doesn't mean that we're going to see that pump now. That's years away. But at the same time, if that news comes out that they're planning on doing this for the Olympics, they're planning on doing this for Super Bowl, NBA championships, NHL championships, for the World Cup, all these things together, all those things at once being announced, man, that would be pretty impressive. And this is leaderboard starting soon. It's not even unlocked yet. This news has not been announced. Nobody's aware of this. You watching this video, you're aware of this and nobody else is. This is the definition of making a play before the mainstream's aware of it. And again, Trump, in my experience, whether you like him or not, he does drop Easter eggs. He does drop hints, man. He does. I've noticed it before, and I think I'm noticing it now, and I think so are you. And this is not answering here, but I think if it was 2024, it would be 2028 's the next Olympic Games, right? I'm just gonna grok it, man. Why do we even use Google anymore? Google's just so damn slow. Let's grok it. When are the next Olympic games. I've got a 4-year-old and I hear her playing with water. I'm nervous. And she says she's got all the water she needs. And she says she's just cleaning it up. And now she's saying she's going to get a towel.
I'm going to get a towel because
And she has her shirt off. And her hands are red.
I have my dress off.
Your dress off, right. I'm assuming because it got wet. Okay. Well, the next Olympic Games are summer of 2028. Yeah, Trump will still be president, guys. Trump will still be president. Right? He got inaugurated in 2025. He'll still be president, yeah. Anyways, let's get into the TA a little bit more. Oversold on the daily RSI. Not a bad time to buy. That's where you were here. It's literally the exact place you were here a month and a half before the event. Here we are here a month and a half before the event. You've broken out. But notice here, whenever you move sideways like this and you drop, notice how much more volume you get and how much more of a drop you had. Whenever you were flat here and you dropped, look at how tenacious it was to the downside. Whenever you dropped here and you finally broke through, boom, big move down. That was much bigger than 10%. Here, much bigger than 10%. Whenever you broke through this flat area of support here, very much you moved down, right? This is kind of early days, so not really as comparable. Here, you moved down, you had a 10% drop in one day, right? 10%, come on. 10% drop. You did drop a little bit more than 10%, but the volume's dying off. And again, I think a lot of that volume was specifically because of Justin Sun. And what better time to pump the price than after somebody who you've publicly had beef with, Justin Sun, dumps all your coins? What better time to pump the price? We look at this here on the 3-day time frame. The RSI here is showing some bullish divergence. We have double bullish divergence, low, higher, low, higher, low, and you're right at the oversold zone, guys. Right at the oversold zone. And to me, it just seems as though if we look at this from the lows, it seems as if you are directly at this point where you might expect to find support. Directly there. We're at the 2272 from this low to high. Imagine I'm wrong. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I can be wrong, and we absolutely can send it lower. And let's pretend that we do. Okay, let's say that we do send it lower. That would give us about a 22% drop from here. 22% drop, you could have very tight stop losses. You know, if you wanted to, you're at $2.39, maybe, you know, have a stop loss at 236, 230. I would even say maybe 230. Risk like 2 to 4% for what could be an extraordinary move. And then if that 2 to 4%, you take the small loss, well, then we're down here at $1.85. Then you can hop back in, and then hopefully the bounce up from there. By the time the price is back up here, you're in the green more than you were in the red right there. And then on top of that, you're getting all these gains to come from there. My thoughts are, because we found support at the 1272 and resistance here, we showed significance. My thoughts are we are going to hold the 2272 as support. We're below the 2272 now, but not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's actually very common to go just below the 2272. It's very common to do that. So we're here. It's the perfect time, I think, to get in. And I'm making a play off of that. The MACD is getting to a point where we might cross above the zero. That goes directly in line with massive movements here. Breaking out of a downward sloping trend like this goes in line with massive movements as well. We look at this with our MA exponential ribbon here. Man, I need to get going. EMA, not MA. Exponential movement. It's EMA. Yeah. It says MA exponential. Well, I guess it's the same thing. Yeah. EMA is the MA exponential, but exponential moving average ribbon. Why is it not loading? Come on, TradingView. We look at this here. I need it in log. That's what it is. There we go. We look at this here, maybe on the daily time frame. It's pretty damn bearish. What was it? What was it? Not the EMA. I'm getting something confused here. Oh yeah, we're the weekly. We're very far away from the EMA right now. And here at these points of resistance, we found resistance before directly in this zone. We didn't even touch it. I think we have a date with Destiny. It's been so long since we've actually interacted with the EMA ribbon. I think that we have a date with Destiny up here. And moving from here to that ribbon where that is, assume that ribbon comes down, that in itself is like a 40% pump. I'm not talking about hitting a 10x. I'm not talking about hitting a 100x. I'm talking about a very tradable opportunity with, in my opinion, there is some risk to the downside. But for the gains to the upside, even if we drop 20%, that's a 40% gain to 20% drop. That's like a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio there, technically. And that's at a minimum percentage. I really do believe that from here, we will even see like 100% growth or more. I really do believe that from here, we'll go up to this area where we found support before and resistance before and see like a 3x move. We'll see prices that are close to, if not around, if not above $10. That's kind of my expectation. But I'm dying off here. I'm losing steam. With that, I'll end the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it's not too harebrained, too crack-potted. But hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you did. And if you didn't, then just tell me how bad of an idea this is. Maybe it is a bad idea, but again, I think there's going to be an announcement about the FIFA Cup, and my expectation is that this move was for the gala. The move for the World Cup will be only bigger. It's only going to be that much better. Take care. Bye-bye. See you.